Shrining Time Station. It was December 31st, 2015, New Year's Eve. Both shrines at both ends of the main line were preparing themselves for Oshigatsu, the Shinto New Year. Both the Hakurai and Moriya Shrine had not only ordered special charter trains that passengers could ride for free, but they also charged 80% less for the tickets for the regular trains to their shrines. They had all been running at a loss for the past 2 months, and after the holidays were over, the tickets would remain back to the normal prices. That is, if they are still solvent. It was a cold, gray day in Gensokyo when the engines woke up the next morning. The schedules were given to them. Hiroto and Kenta were to alternate pulling the express trains. Hachiro was to do his usual route to take passengers from Meiohiga to the human village, so they could board the other trains. Akemi and Kobal were taking the charter trains, leaving Ichihiro, Shiro, Ahiro, and Kiyoshi to do their usual work. The trains worked like clockwork, and the railway moved smoothly as the Shinto shrines reached record-level patronage and record-level debt. However, the charter trains and 2 expresses weren't arranged properly, and things would become dire as the day continued further. Kobal arrived at the Hakurai Shrine with a train filled to the brim with passengers. However, unlike the jovial nature of the passengers, Reimu Hakurai was crying in the corner. "What's wrong, ma'am?" asked Kobal. "I'm ruined," said Reimu. "Why? How are you ruined? Your shrine seems to have a lot of people here. You should be happy." "I know I should, but I'm broke. I lost lots of money for a charter train for cheap humans." "Cheer up, miss. Whoever owes you the money, they'll understand." "Really?" Reimu sniffled her nose. "Yes," said Kobal. "Now go ahead and do what shrine maidens do." Reimu, now feeling a little more confident. "Even if this is the last day I work and live here, I will work hard to make the best New Year ever. I'll show that Sanye that I'm the best Miko around." She marched up to deal with the humans and conducted her rituals. However, she couldn't do much as she isn't able to provide faith directly to her patron god. Kobal felt proud that he made one of the most important humans in Gensokyo feel good about himself. It was going to be a while before he would go back to the big station, so he rested by the platform. He was about to shut his eyes when he heard a distant whistle. That whistle belonged to Kenta, and he was coming with the express. "Driver!" Kobal yelled. "Kenta's coming! We need to clear the platform!" The whistle came again. "You're right! We need to get you and the coaches out of here," said his driver. His driver went inside the cab and tried to turn Kobal's engine on, but the engine couldn't start. She tried to turn the ignition, but the engine wouldn't catch on. All she could do was blast the horn to warn Kenta that Kobal was stuck. "That's Kobal!" cried Kenta's driver. At nearly full speed, Kenta's driver applied the brakes. Kenta's wheels slipped and slid down the icy rails. He remained at full speed for a long while. Kobal's driver warned all the passengers to clear the platform. Reimu helped to manage the now panicked people. Kenta's wheels locked up as he skidded into the yard. In the rear coach, the guard looked down the side window. "I wonder what's gotten into those humans," she said, unaware of a dangerous situation. Kenta blasted into the yard as there was only seconds to disaster. Kenta shut his eyes. Kobal screamed, "Quick! Get out! It's going to be too late!" The guard heard Kobal's voice, but it was too late. With a deafening crash and a loud crunch, Kenta slammed into the rear coach and destroyed not only the coach, but his front and the guard. The coach was turned into splintered wood, bent steel, and broken glass. "Oh, I feel terrible," said Kenta. "Are you all right?" cried Kobal. "I feel funny." Kobal's driver realized that they were missing a person, or rather, a kappa. "Guard! Guard! Where's the guard?" yelled Kobal's driver. A stunned onlooker could only point to the obliterated coach. The driver was too shocked to say what she wanted to say. She could only mouth it out and no sound came out of her throat. She walked to the edge of the platform and knelt beside the ruined coach and cried. Reimu walked beside her, too, and knelt down beside her. "It was my fault this happened. I should have never ordered this expensive charter train to begin with," said Reimu. Kobal overheard what Reimu said, and said, "No, it was my fault. My engine should have started and I should have moved the train." The breakdown train was called in, and Shiro and Kiyoshi were shocked. "What happened?" asked Shiro. No one had the guts to explain, but the driver stood up and sadly told Shiro what had happened. Shiro gasped, "The guard! She's dead, Shiro," the driver clarified. But Remu walked over. It was my fault, she said sadly. Unless we do a proper investigation, we can't be sure who caused this accident, Shiro told Remu. But until then, everyone is innocent until proven otherwise, he continued. Kenta was towed out from the wreck. His face was bruised, and cuts from the steel and wood were speckled around his face. Both his eyes were blackened from the impact. The Scarlet Controller arrived to inspect what had happened. Kenta, they'll be sent to the works to be mended. Cobalt will also be taken there. We will also have to scrap the coach if it's too badly broken. But what about the guard? Her body is still in there, said Shiro. We will untangle her in the meantime. You need to take Kenta to be repaired. Yes, sir. As soon as the body was exhumed from the twisted wreck, a funeral was held. Her spirit was to forever inhabit the Hakurai Shrine Station, as that was the site of her violent end. Cobalt's driver was depressed. She was made innocent of what had happened. Luckily, before she could take any drastic measure, she was sent to Yente for a medical and psychological examination. An investigation by the Yama Ekishiki found that the upper management was responsible, not for setting the schedule right. A signalwoman was also charged because she was asleep when Kenta came by her signal box. In all, 3 Kappas and a human were sentenced to be imprisoned in hell for an amount of time that Eki would determine at a later date. The year 2016 had started with not only a bang but a crash. Not only did Kenta crash, but the Shrine Maidens crashed too. The two had to increase their tickets prices by twice the standard amount by the next day, and prices wouldn't return to normal until February. New safety measures had to be taken on the railway. It would be a while before things returned to normal on the railway. The other engines could feel it.